Are we recording?
We are
in
our new truck.
I was going to say, look at that. It's a new interior.
Oh, new view.
It's funny. You can't hear the diesel motor.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's really quiet.
Okay.
Well, you tell us if it's quiet.
It is quiet.
It is quiet. It's way quieter than the Dodge.
Much, much quieter.
Okay, so we wanted to be good vloggers. So we're actually vlogging.
Actually, we're just trying to be vloggers at this point. We'll work on being good vloggers.
Carpenter, carpenter, won't you build yourself one true and straight where our children may grow.
So we're actually recording. So let's take a quick moment about talking about the truck we're in. What truck are we in?
So we no longer have the truck that we built the flatbed for, which is really tough because the whole point of the flatbed was to RV full-time, but we're not done full-time RVing. So we had a 2004 Dodge Ram with the diesel nerd loving 5.9 liter Cummins, and it was a great truck. Had a 6-speed manual. I mean, like it was a unicorn, but it was getting old. Not high mileage old. It was 16 years old, and stuff was starting to break down. At the ranch, I did a bunch of work on the fuel system, and by our best guess, if I'd had to pay to have the work done on the road, we would have been about $4,000 deep into repairs on it. And quite frankly, like I told Katie, I just lost any confidence in the truck continuing to work for us and make another couple of trips across the United States.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get stranded somewhere where we couldn't get it fixed or have to have it towed hundreds of miles. And so with the sale of the house, that has allowed us to look at, and we actually purchased a new used truck. So what we're driving is a 2019 Ford F-350 crew cab with the 6.7 liter Power Stroke in it.
Yep.
I'd had this idea a while back. I wanted rubber floor mats because we have children, and goldfish crackers and carpet do not mix. So we kind of fell down this rabbit hole, and we found these trucks that are they're fleet returns from Enterprise. And within the last 3 months, there were no less than 4 occasions where I nearly flew to Florida to buy a truck and drive it home.
Or Texas.
But the timing just never worked out, And when the timing doesn't work out, that's how you know God's in control and not you. When Katie drove to Medford to prepare the house to go on the market, she was driving back from Lowe's, and she took a back road, and she drove past a Honda dealership, and lo and behold, there was this white Ford F-350. It had a headache rack, it had a fuel tank, it had a toolbox, had all this extra stuff, and it was priced great. So we got a 1-year-old fleet return with 29,000 miles on it.
All the service has been done on it.
Service records are great. Has floor mats. It had all the extras in the back. It has a gooseneck setup, factory gooseneck. Well, we're looking at the window sticker after we bought it. Lo and behold, it was an Enterprise fleet vehicle that the dealership in Oregon had purchased at auction.
Yeah, from Texas.
From Texas.
Basically exactly what we were looking at.
Everything we were
online.
looking for.
And it's a super base model. Like it has the regular
the little 4-inch screen that's not even a touch
screen and stuff. So
that's actually going to get upgraded. That's part of the reason we're driving to Medford. But
it's just base model.
It is. It's base model, and it has everything we need, which is basically cruise control, brake controller, and engine brake, all factory integrated into the system. So it's what it is not is super sexy. I don't need tiger wood grain accents on my dash and fine Corinthian leather. It is like a basic truck. It's a work truck is what it is.
Exactly what it is.
But there's 2 extra feet of legroom in the back. I rode in the back the first weekend we got it, so my father-in-law didn't have to, and I could comfortably ride in the back of the truck across the United States. It's amazing.
Yeah, even with the seat pushed all the way back, there's tons of room. So, we put up our update about evacuating and the fact that our house is selling. Well, escrow closes in like 2.5 weeks. And we still have our tools, yard tools,
Couple
freezer,
freezers.
my cheese fridge, milk fridge. So we're gonna go back to the house and get all of our stuff out. Since we have a few more days, like what, 3 days before we planned on returning to the ranch, we thought, you know what, let's not sit around, let's take care of business and go up to Medford.
Right.
So, but we are actually coming up from the south because we had to go 299 over because 199 is closed because there's a fire there.
So a 4-hour trip turned into a 6.5-hour trip.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Oh, it's fine. So yeah, so we're going up for 3 days, and we're gonna show some of the footage coming up from the south because we're gonna be going through all the area that was hit by the Almeda fire. The open chain fire is still burning just east of Eagle Point, and so that's still very active. It's gonna be really smoky. Don't know what we're gonna be able to see. There's a little bit of a break in between our footage because we started vlogging while we were up in Medford, and then we got busy. So
Very busy. So here we are. So basically the short of it is the evacuation orders and warnings and suggestions have all been lifted for where we are. So we're back to the ranch. There are clear skies. We saw this luminescent crescent orb-like thing in the sky last night. We're on the street. It's the moon. Been a while.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it was. And there's stars. I very clearly need a haircut, and we've moved nearly everything out of my cousin and his wife's house, and we are back at the ranch.
Yep.
De-evacuated? Is that the opposite of evacuated is devacuated?
I don't know.
Or is it unevacuated? We're devacuated. So
everything made it. They stopped the fire of its westward
movement. We came out of it unscathed. It was scary, and it's sad to see people that we know lose their homes and almost lose their homes. We know people that fought tooth and nail. Like the fire line was at their driveway. Their homes were saved. So this whole 2020 has been a rough.
Yeah.
It's been a rough 9 months. Gotta roll with the punches. I think that's a big takeaway from 2020.
Yep.
From when we left Georgia to come here because of COVID, to having to leave here to a family's house because of a wildfire and everything in between.
So we got to figure out how we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, we gotta have an exit strategy. It's time to get off the freeway, find our exit. Yeah, so we're doing okay-ish. Actually, probably better than we deserve.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us, and we're gonna try to be more
Vloggy.
or just video-y.